Hello everyone, Granite Roots here. We are going to be doing Wing 5 today. And this is going to be interesting. It's a pug group. We'll see what we're in for. I'm going to run probably Condi Spectre for some of it, and then Power DPS Daredevil Staff for the other part. So I want to be over here. My group's already in. And they're waiting for me. So this is Wing 5, Hollow Chains. You have Soulless Horror, River of Souls, Statues, and Doom. Okay, and it's also Training Emboldened, so it'll be easier to make us look like champs, which is always good. And I don't know why he hasn't put us in subs yet, but I'm sure he's working on it. It's probably an AFK check. Ooh, they have some food. What does this do? Concentration, expertise, not really. I'll run with it, whatevs. And I think I'll just throw that on there. Okay, he's got us in subs now, perfect. So, this boss, I'll try and explain as we go. Soulless Horror, you want to stack on her, she does some couple attacks, I'll tell you when to dodge. Basically, this is a 2-tank, I'm just a DPS on 4, but sub is a 2-tank boss. And they use these seals to offset tank because as they tank, they generate debuff, which is like corrosion or something like that. And while you're tanking, it increases, but if you are off tank on cooldown, it goes away. For DPS, I guess I'll just give you stuff for DPS so it doesn't get all confusing. So as DPS, I want to make sure you have CC as the CC phase on the boss. You have, see these Tormented Deads here? They, you have a special person for pushing. And what you do is you just want to push them off the party, so if they explode on the party, you're in big trouble. So first attack, she's going to do an AoE, just dodge into it. She moved out of my spikes. If you're running Thief with Shroud, skill 5, be careful, you can AoE the Tormented Deads and watch out for flame walls, instant death, and you see the edges, they fall off after a certain amount of time. And the tank's job is to move us around, away from the walls. So we gotta move again. You want to try to do a little movement as possible. Okay, Tormented Dead, look, he's gonna die. They're trying to push him to a big red circle. Watch out for that. Right there. Which way are they going? They don't know where they're going. This might be a somewhat... Okay, dodge towards them. Okay, I think that's gonna be a wipe. Well, I got top deeps, I guess that's good. Okay, so this isn't going to be as flying through fast as some of the other ones you've seen me do already that I was in earlier today. And I'm not even outfitted with the best food, but we also have Emboldened, so it makes, like I said, makes us all look like champs. I think they got confused with which way to go with that wall. Typically you want to follow tag. Okay, keeps moving them. Okay, here comes a wall, need to move just a little bit. Okay, so we're watching the wall, we stay close. Okay, here's her attack, she does a 4-way, they're pretty easy to dodge. Ooh, this is a big one, we're gonna go right over here. Yeah, so some of these walls, all these walls are different sizes. The really big ones are challenging. Oh, and there is what happens when those Tormented Deads explode. And I am just going to go here. In Tormented Dead, what they do is it aggroes on the off tank. Right there, I see someone knocked him back. and this is gonna get ugly. So you can stand between. Okay, so CC, make sure you don't get tormented deads. And if you don't CC her in time, you get killed. So this isn't really optimal, but I might leave this in here so you guys can see what the mechanics basically look like. You typically want to push the tormented deads off the platform so you don't deal with all these red spots. So I'm just going to hang out here because these get pretty large. These big worms we typically ignore and just cleave as we do it. So this is definitely what they'd call scuffed, right? Okay. Oops, and I just dodged off. Look at that. Yeah, I'd have to cut that out. This one's going to require some editing. Stupid. This is probably going to get an edit. Okay, we're moving for the wall. Okay. So you can stand between these right here like this. Got a CC coming up. When CC happens, walls will always disappear. Res. Get ready. Dodge inward. Watch out for the outer ring. Okay, we're gonna move. Okay, I can stand out here. Okay, we're gonna move a little bit. Hopefully. Okay, he's going way over here. Okay, good. Good, another wall. Watch the sides. Tormented dead. Watch out, it's gonna blow up right on the party. We need to move. And you see the edge of the platform keep dropping off. That's normal. And what I gotta watch out for is make sure my Shroud 5 does not CC the Tormented Dead. We gotta move. Because if you CC the Tormented Dead, he can't be pushed. which is what caused a lot of wipes. Where are these walls going? Right over here. Good. Watch the edge. It's probably going to drop. Watch the sides. Okay, again, you could stand right here in the middle. Okay, boss is 15%. More walls coming in. We need to move. Not in the red. Red is bad. Tormented Dead's right next to me. That's not good. He's going to explode. Move the party off, away from Tormented Dead. Okay, CC coming up. The last one. Good job. Good job. Okay. You know, we had a couple rough first pulls. I even did stupid mistakes. I like to cut these out to be clean. Top DPS is always good, but it makes us look good when we have emboldened. But once you see things aren't always clean and you have issues, I'm going to go power DPS for this one. So for road, you want to mount on your Jackal.
You may call me Desmina. Now be silent.
And
My body is too damaged.
when
I'll grant you
the
what
fight
protection
starts,
I
you're
can.
going to have two groups, a forward group and a backward group. Backward group, you have one or two peeps that hang with Desmina and protect her on the road. We have to get her to the top of the River of Souls safely. Rest of us be in a forward group, usually DPS and some healers, because all the time you spend on this road you take damage unless you're in Desmina's bubble. However, if you keep twin people back by Desmina, it gets really more challenging because you have people that it just generates more ads you got to deal with. So I'll show you the forward group. Okay, once they say ready, you use your Jackal skill for 3 times. See how we're taking damage. Barrier up. There are going to be these enervators that appear, and you got to kill them as quick as you can. Okay, and then you're going to move forward. Your healers should hopefully keep you alive.
Swift and steady.
Revive. These guys don't have enough healers, I might swap. Aegis usually resets this damage tick. Here we go, someone's healing us. That's better. So in this one it is good to try to stay together so you can be healed. If you do die, actually, you become a wisp, you can pick up purple. I'm gonna let myself roll. So you see these purple orbs? If you get 5 of them, you will go back to your body, but you only have a certain amount of time. See if I can get to it in time. I can. So I got to my body. I was getting ready to GG there for a second, but oh, I've been using the wrong signet. No wonder I'm not doing as much damage. That's funny. Still top, but I have the wrong build loadout. Okay. So again, this isn't clean. This isn't how this usually goes, but you know what? You can learn mechanics this way. Okay, so then the rest of the crew will go up. And then you just hang out up here for the rear guard to bring Desmina up. Okay, and that's the second time, so I am dead, but that's okay. So what you typically do, they didn't do this here, but you would have like more healers up here. I typically would have swapped to heal branches to help out because Aegis is good. But I don't know if this is a somewhat beginner group. I mean, they know what they're doing. Maybe they're just having a hard time. Hard to say. This is a hard wing. And I think I'm going to leave this as is. And you guys can see the hardships and what it can really look like. And sometimes it can be far worse than this, to be honest. So I'm going to leave it instead of editing it out. And we're just waiting for that rear group to come up. This Especially if you look at some of the other videos I posted there, one pulls I was in a really advanced group. So this way you can at least see that not all groups run that clean, especially if you're learning. So, and if you're learning too, as I'm in the learning wing, the emboldened wing for this one, it's kind of good to see that there are people that struggle. We've all been there. And you saw I did something stupid earlier and I just dodge rolled off the platform. It happens. I remember one time I joined this looking for group for Wing 7. They want a big DPS, super experienced. I'm like, yeah, I can do that. So I show up there, and right as the fight started at Sabir, I dodge rolled backwards off the
What work?
If we can take
platform.
that,
Thankfully, they
then
didn't kick me right away. They were able to see that I did know what I was doing, but it was.
And what will you do?
I was waiting. I don't think I would have blamed them, but at least they understood that sometimes you fat finger something or whatever.
now go.
Okay, so for this one is I'm gonna go heals for this one. Okay, so for this one, you have to be at a certain amount of DPS, usually between like 12 and 15,000, because with you see these ice balls dropping, greens, you gotta catch those, and you get a counter, you can only catch so many at a time, and then you have to have it to kind of cool down before you can catch more. The more DPS, the more green bulbs drop. Your tank will always be over there by that sand gate. Rest of us be around here. His attack is big icy cracks. Don't stand in them, you can jump or dodge over them. Make sure you res your friends. And for this again, I'm running a healer just because I don't want to do this all day. And so, I'll show you the debuff when I start picking stuff up. Okay, I'll grab this one. Okay, yeah, you want to have one per. You can also catch two at the same time. He's got that one, so I'll take these two. Oh, he's gonna grab it, okay. Now you see I have that debuff? When you get to 3, you gotta wait till you get a new counter. Okay, I'm gonna grab this one. He's got the one behind me. So yeah, you wanna kinda alternate like that, just so you don't watch for callouts. Someone might be grabbing too many. Okay, give myself a little barrier. He's got that. I'll stay right here. So I have 3, so I gotta wait. I'm just gonna ping this so they know I have 3. Oh, never mind, I'm back to 2. I got it. If you have 3 and get hit, you get knocked down for 5 minutes. If you miss any, people take a boatload of damage. I'm gonna have to grab this because they are not. Okay. Where else we need to grab? I'm on 3 again. DPS is kinda low. And you only have a certain amount of time. Watch the cracks, you can see up here only a certain amount of time that we got to do this.
Ready for more.
Okay, what else we got here? My cooldowns are coming down, I'll come here. Okay, this is gonna be close, but we should be able to get it. Oh, if you want it, you can have it. I'll take this one.
Thanks for sharing. Shadows right.
Alright, looks like we'll make it. Good. Okay, I'm probably gonna go down. Nope, good. And we just gotta catch the last of the greens. Good job. There's a glitch that if you get knocked down, like we miss a green, you go to mount up and you can't move, just leave the instance and come back. It's just a glitch. Okay, so this is called statues. That's the first one, Frozen King. Next one we're going to do is the Eater of Souls. And this has a greens mechanic. We'll find out who's doing what. I'm going to go power, because that's good for this one. I'll bring this just in case. Ignore first green, then group 2 go up. Okay, so they're doing 0, 5, 5, then first group, then group 2. I am group 2. So what I just said is I'm going to sacrifice for group 2. So when you go up for the greens, you'll see when we do it, Eater Souls start trying to suck in all these purple orbs that are in the air that we got to grab. But if he eats me, it's a solid automatic full CC bar break. So when you first start, you want to get him down to anywhere from 60 to 40%, depending if you're running Condi or what. Oh, I forgot to change my signet out again. That's okay. Okay, so he does that puke, you want to watch out for that, otherwise he stays on the guy with the highest toughness, the tank. And then we gotta go to this spider, because you gotta kill the spider to get these orbs to spawn. 1 orb per customer, you're gonna get a special action when you catch it, and you gotta throw it onto that glowing domino. All these dominoes light up in different orders. I got this one, oh, got it. Once they're all lit up, then you can kill them. Okay, that's the first green to go up. We're gonna skip it. And if no one grabs, there's gonna be a shockwave you wanna dodge or jump over. Okay, now we wanna be on the twisted spider. So the spider's gonna spawn, they give us those orbs, so we gotta keep doing that. Your tank is gonna move them to the green glowing areas. Okay, so I've got one. Oop, I've got one. Special action. Target it right on to the thing. Watch out for the puke. Okay, the next green should be up. It'll show up on your mini-map. Okay, there's a spider with the X. So we always want to take them out. Okay, Spirit Manifest. Where is he at? Over there, the shield. So green group is going up there. I'm going to fly straight for Souls, Eater Souls. Just because it's going to start sucking these orbs and we got to grab those. So there, I shut down that so these guys can get their orbs without being pulled in. Okay, throw these back onto the boss. We need 1 more torch lit. Come on, throw it over there. Okay, good. Okay, someone needs to go up and get that green. And he's going, good. But you can't go up twice if you have that countdown on you. If you have this, you can't go up. That guy tried, we appreciate your sacrifice, but you're still on cooldown. But you get an A for effort. Okay, remember there, and only 1 per customer, don't waste it. Okay, now we need 2. I'm gonna go up. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, good. Okay, gotta grab these. Need to get 5 within a certain amount of time. Okay, and all the torches are lit. That means we can just finish him. And you can't see it in my chat. They're calling out to kill him. Lets everybody know that we can do this now. Okay. And that is Eater. So that other guy died automatically because he was still on cooldown. Alright, so I am sub 2, so that's north. So the next one is a pair of eyes that you gotta fight. They're in darkness, and you can't attack them until they're revealed. And you reveal them by these orbs of light that you have a couple people up top throwing down to the bottom. You want to try and kill them at about the same pace, at about the same time, because they both have to die within like 10 to 15 seconds of each other, or they respawn. So these are the eyes. They do mega damage. And they usually split, you know, first group to north, second group to south, and if you look on the map, this is north, this is south. If you're throwing, you're going to pick up those orbs up top, the light orbs, and you're going to throw them down here. The person here is designated to stun. It's usually a druid or an Ellie or someone that can extend the duration of stun. Don't use CC on the eyes or they teleport, or if you take too long to stun them, they teleport, and it's just a bummer chasing them around. There will be these little skeletons called light thieves that will spawn either up top or even down here. And they'll try to grab the orbs, so you just gotta grab those things. So no CC. Now they got my Signet straight, now I could probably do a little more damage. Alright, so remember, and when it starts, you're going to see the health bars of the top eye and the bottom eye, so you want to keep an eye on those. So there might be a time where you back off if your DPS is faster than the other groups, or they might back off if theirs is faster than yours. And what you do is you point lieutenants that are stunning so they can mark the eye so the throwers know where to throw when healing. Concentration, expertise, yeah, that's okay. I'll up that food after, don't really need it for here.
Safe from harm.
Alright. Here we go. There's another way to do it too. Some of the more experienced groups will just have a mesmer portal them, and you swap between eyes, but most groups do it this way. Okay, there it is. So the light orb's there. When you pick it up, you're going to use your 2 skill to use it to stun the creature. Guys throwing are using skill 1 to throw it. I don't know who our stunner is. Usually wait till you get about 3 down here. They didn't get a stunner. That's what he's talking about. Come on, dude. We'll manage. No, 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 no. Whew. I almost just used my CC on him. I was gonna hit this again as part of my rotation, that would have been bad. Well, DPS is about equal. Okay. Either we ran out of stuns or someone CC'd him. Thankfully it was not me. Pick up the light orb. Where the eye at? He didn't mark. Okay, so this might be a somewhat beginner group. Is it over here? Ah, he did mark. My bad. My bad. Okay. They're fast enough, I think they'll get it. If not, see, we're done. We might have to burn one more time. So you have these light thieves, which we're going to get rid of. Okay, he's going to come back to life in a second. Okay, we're going to burn. Oh, he poured it. Took too long. Okay, you see the arrow because he did mark it. We're going to follow that over here. Oh, it took too long because he poured it, so now we gotta wait for the other guys. Hopefully he didn't pour it. Hopefully they're burning. Okay, so we're gonna hold. Okay, do it up, do it up. He ported. Crap. Okay, so I think he's gonna wait for the other one to regen. Then we kill him at the same time. The heck? I think I'm glitched. Alright, we got it. Good? Alright. Alright, and that is it. GG to get back to the top. They did a good job though, considering the timing was off.
The influence of the statues
Oh, I need to get my chest. So you don't get a chest till all 3 statues are dead.
We will do what must be done, Red Witch. We've returned to silence the voice in the void.
Defend us to the death! If one of us falls before the ritual begins, Dhuum's escape is assured!
Do not let them fail the ritual. I'll help as my strength allows.
Okay, I had a couple people drop. That happens sometimes. Alright, so I'm gonna swap to the tank because the tank left. So we'll see. Okay, I was tempted to drop, but I guess it's fair for you guys to see a messy. And you're gonna get to see something valuable is how to do greens. Greens for Dhuum are hard at first, but then you get used to them. What they are is there's gonna come a point where the and you can see where the proper placement of Dhuum for tanking as well. What they are is Doom's reaching to kill the Reapers, and you're standing in to take their place. So he rips your soul from your body, and you go up in the air. And if you remember earlier, when I was on the couple spots, one when I was on the river and I died and I grabbed those 5 orbs, came back to life, or when we were up and outside of our body with the Eater of Souls, grabbing the 5 purple orbs, come back to life. It's the same as this. You have to grab 5 purple orbs. The couple differences, there's a big zapper of light in the middle. If you hit, you're automatically dead. The other part is you have to grab, there's going to be 1 orb, 1.5 seals clockwise from where you go up that you have to grab that form spawns enforcers. You have to grab those. You don't have to, but really you do if you don't want to have a headache, because it saves enforcers from spawning. Alright, so for this, I often swap out stability for Merciful Intervention, mostly because I use that to port or heal up Reapers. Makes it easier to grab greens. Oh yeah, I gotta set my toughness. What is my toughness? Okay. So the first pre-event, you have the enforcers and messengers spawn. Messengers look like big flesh golems. Don't get in the orange AoE. You usually have one person called a kiter that grabs them, and they're going to keep them off the party. Periodically, so I'm going to tank, and also do green. So there are all these seals, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seals. And because of the debuff time for going up, we alternate. That's why you have 3 different people doing greens. You have 1 as usually DPS green. Green 2 is kite. And green 3, usually but not always, is your tank. And if you look up top, see those purple orbs going into the center? Those are the ones you gotta grab. And the center there Not where the luminosity is, but right there. That is the bug zapper. I'm going to show you what happens when you hit them. If I can do it here. Oh, I missed. If you go into the bug zapper, it kills you automatically.
Let's do this.
Let's see if I can get up there this way. I gotta wait for that cooldown to dismount. Alright, so there are different ways to do this. Some people party up right will choose seals right away. See, he's looking for markers. Markers help. So once after the fight starts, there's going to be a green every 30 seconds. So that's what you look for. Greens start at arrow, and they go all around. Just keep rotating around. The higher the DPS, less greens you got to do.
Target identified.
All right. All right. All right. You want toughness? Is toughness base? So I posted that in chat. Is that me? No, that's not me. You got any Condi cleanse here? That's good for this. So I guess I'll just talk about these as they go. So the first part's the pre-event. We're killing enforcers, watching out for messengers. If you notice you get one by mistake, it's okay. Just don't stay on the party. And kill little spiders to go to Reaper's Star. Eventually becomes the one that they tend to hang out on. Okay, so there's our kiters, the tag. Okay, after we kill these guys, we're gonna go here. So there's one way to do greens. You look at the timer, starts at 9 minutes and 30 seconds and goes every 30 seconds after. If you're not doing greens, you kill the enforcers because they do buku damage to the Reapers. The other way I do it, makes easier for me, is I do it event based. Instead of keeping have a look up at the clock, I just know at certain points I gotta run, like for green 3, I gotta go and do it after we take care of the next enforcer over here. So that's when I start looking at the clock, knowing that I have to go. We want to kill these little deathling spiders because they can chip away at the Reaper's health over time. In normal mode, these Reapers can be healed. So that's G2. Usually I have a one that goes up for the kiter for the first one. And this guy right here, he's got that thing over his head. You're going to get a special action when you get targeted with a bomb. You have to get it off the party, or the whole party explodes and you can wipe the group. So you see the timer's coming to 8:30. So you just run just to the opposite side, outside the fog of war, to get away from your party. Don't detonate it. The only times you actually, it doesn't matter, but typically, if you're new, see there's that big orb I want right there. And these hitboxes can be kind of wonky. And see, he's on the Reaper, okay. Where are these guys at? They finished over there. Oh, somebody missed an enforcer. Okay. So that big orb I got, somebody missed. And if you miss that, you're going to want to let people know. So we have one enforcer I have to take care of over there on the tank. So I got to be right here. So this is the first tanking position, usually by the torches. Okay, so we're just going to do this. Okay, at about 7 minutes and 10 seconds, he's going to do the dip for the first mini mark. When he dips, you wait till he starts to come up, then you move, because otherwise he drops this mini mark. You see the guy is going to get away from us. So 6:35, as I was saying before, and 3:55, you're going to actually, that's when you would want to detonate. That's when you'd want to detonate the bomb. Okay, so now he's going to dip. We stay here till he comes back. Okay. Then we come out and I have to go here, and this is where this skill is good. Oh, I made it, but I could teleport to it. Okay. So now I look up when I go up. I want to see where these are, because you can backtrack if you need to. These are on a weird plane. And I got my 5, so I'm going to come back over here near the wall. 6:35. Someone should be blowing that bomb in the middle. And then at 6:30, he's going to dip again. This is greater mark. You're going to have your back to the wall. Face Dhuum. Okay, facing Dhuum. You're going to be knocked out of your soul. Big column of light. Your health bar is blue. You grab it when it's red. You know you got it. Condi cleanse. And he's sucking you in. And this is where we need Boon Strip, because he steals all your boons when he does it. Don't go into that red area. Okay, good. And I'm just going to tank him this way, right here. So green 2 is next. And if you stay on his back right, boot his DPS, you don't take any damage really. I stay here until he does the next lesser mark. And green 2, Mr. Green. Okay. That's okay. He got tangled up, sometimes it happens. But that's the opening. So now I don't have to talk a whole lot till we get to, and that's basically it. Just does that all the way around till you get to 10%. Then I'll talk you through that. So that was a lot of my jabbering through that, but now you can just watch the plays. I'll make some comments, but not as much. I'm trying to explain mechanics as I go. But the green's pretty basic. As I go up, I look up, grab them, come down, and your big green is going to be clockwise 1.5 seals away from where you start.
Sharper still.
Oh, and I didn't tell him, like, so for tank, my first green I go after this enforcer in this corner. Second one I go after the lesser mark. And it kind of follows suit that way. And the good part about when you tank too, you're going to bring him to where your next green is going to be. Because you don't have time to run. Because he's going to follow you anyway. Okay, so look at the timer. Green 1's going to be going, and usually it's after we finish that enforcer, because everybody's going to hang out there. If for some reason you're not a green and you get caught up where happened to our green 1, he must have got target fixated. Spiders didn't get him. That was weird. At least we got free emboldened. These guys should get it. So yeah, I'm with a somewhat experienced group. Maybe a little bit newish, but that's okay. Alright, so yeah, I'm just gonna zip it and you guys can watch the playing. I'll just have some comments. Oh, I think the guy missed a green on purpose. He's trying to farm emboldened. I mean, I guess you could do that, but I'd rather just do it in one pull. But again, if these guys are a bit newer, it might not be a bad idea. But also, just if you're a bit newer, it's not bad to try as much regularity as you can. So you can practice while you go. Practice mechanics. This one is very mechanic heavy, especially with regards to splitting the groups up, looking at stuff. Something people do, because Star gets all the spiders later on, is they'll put a flesh worm or some NG turrets in front of it. I usually have someone that kind of clears it. I'll try and keep an eye on it to keep it healed up. We already had someone die. I think that was our green 1. Okay, see how it says someone's afflicted? That's the person who gets that weird special action. Skull over your head. Start glowing. You want to run away from your crew. So after this one, I'm going to my green. It's a bit faster. I think, did we miss one? I think we missed one. We did. I think they missed an enforcer again. There's the guy that's afflicted. Okay, so I look up. This is good practice for me too anyways. I guess I haven't done this in a while, so I'm going to grab this one. Sneak that one. Missed it. Get that one, that's the big one. So you can double back. I'm always looking for where I can grab my next stuff. They're gonna die. I gotta be right back. Alright, I am back. It looks like they're waiting on me. Okay, so it looks like we're having a hard time with greens, which we could see G1 died. And it's okay, it happens. And even most experienced people, sometimes you just get a bad set of greens, or maybe you just spread out and you go zig when you should have zagged, and because you only have about 15 seconds when you're up there, so it can get pretty tense, especially where those hitboxes are wonky. Okay, let's try this again. You know what? Might have been that guy that's having a hard time on first green is new, and he was willing to step up when no one else wanted to do it. That's happened before. I've had that happen in a lot of my trainings and such. And you know what? I'm not gonna give anybody a hard time about trying to do the right thing and help the team out. I always appreciate volunteers. But just make sure you're honest. I would say something like, hey, I'll do it if no one else wants to, but I'm new at this. Just so they're aware. Then there's no unrealistic expectations. And it saves on frustration. Honesty is always the best policy. Good news is you've seen a little bit of tanking and stuff, so if you want to tank, it's relatively easy. You don't have to really heal a lot of damage. Greens can be the hard part, but if you know how to tank but don't feel comfortable with greens, and there's someone else who can do the greens for you, that's always an option. Okay, looks like we're getting the enforcers this time, so that's good. I'm going to head to my green, because remember after I fight that enforcer, it's going to be just about 8:30, which is when this green pops. Remember, I'm looking up and I'm going to try and grab orbs on the way up, on the way to the big one. Looks like I got a few if I can get there quick enough. Just don't get too close to the zapper. Okay, and then I can double back. Or I could have kept going around. These little orbs here on the ground, only get them if you need them because they're more for your kiter to speed up and stay ahead of the messengers. Okay, tank. So see this torch right here, because there's gonna be an enforcer that spawns here, and you can cleave the enforcer on Dhuum. So let's give these guys a buff. So see where I'm at? The enforcer's running right through Dhuum. And if you want to, for extra blocks, you could run a mace here. Just here. So that would be G2 that's going up. And so after I do this, my green is right up after this. Round. So ready. It's about 7:05ish. He goes down. We wait. Don't move till his head comes up. Oh, he went on the kiter. Someone was on bomb. That happens. Tank's next screen is up here at spiral. Okay, so I look up. Gonna try and grab these as I go. 1, 2. I got the big one. 3, 4, 5. It's kind of tight to there, but oh well. Remember, you're gonna need. So right about now, someone should detonate the bomb in the middle. Oh, he's too late. Okay, back to the wall. You're gonna do condition, grab your glowing spiral. Remember, he's pulling us in. Anybody need healing? Got you. Okay. We're gonna need to heal that Reaper at some point. Go see those Deathlings. Clear star. Thank you. Okay, those cracks, watch out, they fear you. So this is gonna be a different, it's a lesser mark. And it's over there. This one's gonna be very interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna have to somehow dodge roll into this because the marks are messy. But if I do it at the last minute, I think I can do it. Okay. Got it. Had to do it at the last minute because that stuff kills. Okay, this guy's up here with me. This is gonna be hard. Good, he went the other way. If you go wrong way, get into someone else's green, go the opposite direction. He did a good job. Dynamite. Okay, back to the wall. Oh, I was exempt. Okay, I gotta come over here because I got a tank. Okay, you want a tank over here so your G2 can get up. Another mechanic just came. See these two connected by that wire. You gotta, one person goes to the door, one person goes to okay, there's the lesser mark. The other person, oh, 10%. We're going up. Your next tank would have been here at 10%. You have 30 seconds. Take your time, don't get zapped. Just grab any orbs. You need to grab 5 to make it to the middle. When you get to the middle, your tag should throw up a ready check. When everybody ready checks, that's when you go to, if you're dead, automatically ready check. You're going to line up on a spoke. I'll go heart. And then when you're lined up on a spoke, what's that guy doing? Okay, you got to channel at the same time. Okay, then back in. Good.
The fate of Tyria hangs in the balance.
Good. Never seen him do that outside. Learned something new today. Usually starting here just to make sure we're on the same spoke. We probably won't down him this time, so you run back to the same seal you were on. Okay. Enough condies. Good. And Bob's your uncle. I love this cinematic. Alright, so you saw what happened. We had to improvise. You had a mark on a seal, but you can dodge roll into it with an age just at the last minute, and I was fine. Plus I had a lot of embolden, which boosted my health. So that is Wing 5. Again, this is more like an intro for new, and I want you to see that some of the raids you'll see me do is a clean one pull. This is more what the reality of a raid looks like, and so I'm not going to edit any of it, so you can see that. And this is one of the harder ones. And there are chests scattered throughout, but one that you need for coalescence is right here.
There's no one left to rule the underworld.
And that's where you get it.
Now leave.
Okay, you know what? I want to pose with Desmina for this one. Can I go bigger? I can't. Okay. So hopefully this is a help to you. You got to see some greens, which is good, and that's the hardest thing, and a good way to practice that is get in a training group and practice those. So with that, hope this is a help to you, and I will see you all later. Have a wonderful day.